Hey everyone, and welcome to Nerdverse Toy Reviews. Today we're going to be taking a look at the Star Wars Vintage Collection Droids Target exclusive C-3PO. I'm super excited to get in depth with this figure, but before we do, I would like to encourage each and every one of you to blast that subscribe button and smash that like button. It goes a long way for the channel. Guys, this figure is so cool. I almost feel bad that I'm going to be taking it off of that beautiful, beautiful card art because it looks incredible. Let's dive right into it. You have the Star Wars Vintage Droids logo from that cartoon, and then you have the Lucas 50th edition logo, and then you have that card art that looks exactly like the old Kenner release of C-3PO to correlate with the Droids cartoon. I'm really digging this. You also have that vintage coin that they've included with their figures in the past. And then you also have in the upper right hand corner the age recommendation. And then below you can see that it says C-3PO and then a C-3PO. I love that they include that. Really kind of fun nods here. Let's go ahead and flip him around. On the back, you do have a Star Wars Droids logo, and then you have a bunch of obligatory product information. You have the Lucas timeline, which I think is a really cool touch that they've thrown in here for the Star Wars films. And then you have C-3PO, R2-D2, waiting on him, cannot wait to get him in hands. And then the Boba Fett. Really great figures, looking forward to each and every one of those, and I'll be featuring them here on this channel. Because I know a lot of you guys get people, there's an ongoing discussion about whether or not you should be opening your vintage collection figures and taking them off of these beautiful card arts. This one is creased, guys, so don't get too mad at me for taking him off the card here. Alright, I'm going to get him off, and I'll be right back. Alright, you guys, I got C-3PO out of his little plastic cage and off that beautiful card art, and he is ready to go. But before we take a look at some of his features, I just want to go ahead and quickly display this coin. I know there's a lot of light bouncing off here, so I hope you guys can see it okay. Let me go ahead and get that in focus. You have a beautiful Droids textured coin with C-3PO on the front. On the back, you have the 50th Lucasfilm logo and the Droids logo and some other information on the product. Really cool coin. Goes great for the collections. I know that there's a lot of people who love these and love the nostalgia that they get with getting them. So, very, very cool. I'm going to bring C-3PO forward here. Oh, dear. Okay, he's looking awesome. Really, really love the cartoon aesthetic of colors that they've given with the blue underneath showing through in the wiring, and then that bright yellow, and then more of a mustard yellow for the shoulders, upper arms, and hands. It looks really, really good. He has a bunch of, oh, there it goes. I was just going to point out, he has a bunch of removable armor bits. This is one of them. This one for mine, it will not stay in place whichever direction I put it. One of the drawbacks, I would say, at least for me on this figure thus far, it's just kind of, when pieces don't stay in place, it kind of gets frustrating at times. So I'm going to leave that on the ground there. Let's go ahead and take a look at the articulation, and then we will strip him of his armor plating. So for starters, at the head, you have a swivel joint. I don't think there's any, there is not any slight up and down. And then to the shoulders, you have a swivel joint as well. Gives you that full range of motion. And then you also have the joint there as well for the back and forth. You have that elbow joint for the up and down. And then you have wrist swivels, no wrist rockers there. The other arm is the same. There is a slightly more open hand that also rotates, swivels back and forth in full motion. At the hips, before I get to the hips, there is some slight ab flexing there. And then in the legs, you have a full range of motion at the hips. And that goes forward that far and back that far. And the knee, you have this joint. It goes up and down, go forward that much, and back that much. And then in the ankles, you have that piece that rocks back and forth. And you have your feet pegs that come with all of these vintage collection Star Wars figures. He's looking really good. So I'm going to go ahead and pull off his armor bits. There goes the faceplate. Looks really good. Love that blue and the white, the bright white eyes. Looks really, really cool. Let me go ahead and get this up a little bit here. Oh, very cool. Nice detailing that they have going on here with this figure. Really like that. Let's go ahead and take off the chest plate. There it goes. Once again, even more wiring and details, much as you would expect with this figure, especially if you've owned the previous release of this mold, because this is not a new mold. I think that's it. You get one upper thigh as well. Maybe I'm missing something here. Let me go ahead and finick around with him a little bit. Not seeing anything else. So those are the armor bits that are removed with this figure. He looks really good. All right, guys, I'm going to go ahead and put this armor back on him, and I'm going to bring a character in here for some size/figure comparisons. 1 second. Alrighty, guys, here is that C-3PO with a few of his comrades, and including another version of himself, the original release of this mold. And I must say, I love the gimmick or the idea of having the retro color of the cartoon aesthetic on this C-3PO. I think it's really fun. The Star Wars brand definitely deserves it. But if you're looking in comparisons, the original release of this C-3PO with the standard gold hits, it really is a better figure. And if you even look underneath the helmet of this C-3PO, you get the blues, you get the silvers, you get the reds, you get the blacks of that C-3PO. So I know this is a unique release, so please don't take this criticism. Don't take this criticism to heart, because the figure is beautiful. It's a lovely figure. But I still think that this version of C-3PO is the much superior version, just due to the paint applications and the more natural look that it comes with. And then I've got him, just for size comparisons, you've got the Disney chopper, color-changing chopper, next to him as well. He looks really great with figures. I'm going to be putting him in with my droid display. Great figure. Looking forward to the Boba Fett and the R2-D2. And I can't wait to share those here with you guys. So feel free to like and subscribe, guys. Really appreciate your time. And I hope to see you next time.